Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me again and welcome to a new dragon video. Guys, it's been a few weeks since the last dragon video, but now I'm in a rhythm. We have so much to get through today, so let's get started. Today we're just doing luxury jewelers. Today's theme is luxury jewelers behaving badly. I know, I couldn't help it. Let's start off here with Harry Winston, the New York flagship. Lovely rings but terrible customer service. We made an appointment to try engagement rings and wedding bands. The sales lady acted like we were trying to rob the store. This is so funny. Like they were trying to rob the store. Every time we asked to try a new pair, we tried on 3 pairs in total. She was rolling her eyes and took away the old pair immediately. We finally purchased new rings from Graf, which had much better customer service. Harry Winston is a good brand, but clearly their staff need more training and some basic respect to their customers. This is a major theme of this Harry Winston flagship, which I believe is in Manhattan. I think it's near Fifth Avenue. If it's not on Fifth Avenue, it's very close to Fifth Avenue. I'll have to double check that. I mean, I'm sorry, but like, I think jewelers like Harry Winston and Graf and Cartier and Van Cleef have to know that at the end of the day, people are going to come and look around and try on engagement rings and not buy anything. I think that's the cost of doing business, particularly of selling natural diamonds. You know, synthetic stones are probably an easier sell for a lot of people just because of the price point. Harry Winston does not sell synthetic diamonds, aka lab diamonds. They do not sell them. They only sell natural stones. They're very expensive. We know Harry Winston himself is a legendary figure, was a legendary figure, you know, in the, like luxury jewelry industry. He was known as the King of Diamonds. Like, people are going to want to try things on and not buy it that day, particularly with natural diamonds, just because the price point is very, very expensive. People want to try things on, and I think that luxury jewelers need to understand that. The whole thing of taking the piece away is something that also happened to me at Cartier when I went to buy my love ring in the Paris trip, which you should have seen if you like a supporter of this channel. If you're new to my channel, I was in Paris a few months ago, last year, and I bought a Cartier love ring. When you try something on, she would take it away and put it aside, and I was like, oh, I'll buy that. Definitely going to buy the love ring, but I want to try these on. And she's like, yeah, okay. But even before I said I was going to buy the love ring, I'll try something on, and if it looked like I wasn't buying it, she would take it away. So I do think that is something that the luxury brands do. I think it's something that they do, for sure. Like they take it away, which I can see how that could be irritating, but I don't think you can be annoyed that they've taken something away. Still, I have to say, I'm with the customers on this one. I know you guys always think I like defend the brands, but the brands are wrong. I mean, they're getting engaged, they're getting married, they're starting this incredible part of their life as a married couple. Allow people some grace to try things on without the pressure to buy straight away. And I'm definitely that person who's like, don't go and waste people's time. But I do think it's okay for a couple to walk in and try things on and not buy something straight away for a like engagement ring. The next one is still from the same location. Yesterday, my girlfriend walked into the store for a browse through some of the engagement ring options, where she received the worst customer service ever from an unfriendly, grumpy SA. Harry Winston have to train their employees on how customer service skills. Have to train their employees on customer service skills if they want to see an upward trend in development of brand reputation and customer loyalty. I mean, again, you know, I have to say I agree. However, I do stop short at saying that they probably have like their VIP clients, and a brand like Harry Winston realistically doesn't really need to sell engagement rings to people who are not going to buy super expensive rings. I know that's a really harsh take, but they could just exist off people who are buying the really, really, really expensive pieces. Now, I know what you're saying. We don't know what they were buying. I think that there is some benefit, though, that some of these essays do have a really good idea of who's buying and who's not buying. Still, she should still be allowed to browse and have a look around. I don't really understand the sort of like being annoyed at people coming to look at engagement rings. She probably want to try some on. Maybe she doesn't know what kind of engagement ring girl she is. Does she like a cushion cut, an emerald cut, a radiant cut? She doesn't know, and it's okay for her to want to try things on. The next one is Harry Winston in London, honey, the King of Diamonds in London this time. I believe this flagship is in Mayfair. Me and my partner visited here for purchasing engagement rings. I believe that they have a good collection of diamonds, and the diamonds she showed us indeed matched our expectations of Harry Winston. But the essay was really arrogant. I just don't feel like I can ask questions. The entire process made us feel uncomfortable. So we eventually went to another boutique. Honestly, I think the essay should really learn how to respect customers and improve her professionalism. I also have a feeling this brand has done really successful PR in the Chinese market, although the brand itself isn't necessarily that prestigious at all. Okay, look, I know that you're hurt that you were, treated like a Cabbage Patch doll in the Harry Winston London boutique, but this is one of the most prestigious high-end luxury brands in the world. Number one, number two, it is one of the most prestigious jewelry brands in the world. And if I'm not mistaken, Harry Winston bought the Hope Diamond. So to sit there, Harry Winston, the man, if I'm not mistaken, bought the Hope Diamond. So for you to sit there and say, oh, well, they're not really prestigious, I mean, that's just nonsense. I mean, obviously, it is an incredibly prestigious brand. It's okay to be upset at how you were treated, but it's not okay to say something that's not true. Very, very prestigious brand. They were dragged, and obviously they're a little bit hurt at being dragged. Again, this is a running theme in a lot of the Harry Winston stores, that the essays are very unfriendly. I've seen some earrings there that I like, some really cute earrings. I would definitely pass by the store and have a look around. I think that something has to be said for the girls making people feel very uncomfortable as like a strategy. I think that there was a study done many years ago that proved that the meaner a luxury essay is, the more likely people are to like to buy something, because they want to like prove themselves to the essay that they have money. Now, those tricks don't work on you guys, they don't work on me, but I do like Harry Winston's earrings, so I think I might pass by the store at some point this year on my next trip. We have a bunch of trips planned for this year, like different parts of the world, so I don't want to spoil, because there are other destinations that we'll be headed to, me, my husband, and my son. So I'm really excited about those trips that are coming up, so I don't want to like ruin and tell you guys where we're going, but we will be going to places where there are Harry Winston boutiques, so maybe I'll pass by there and see how much the earrings are. I wouldn't be upset if they were like short with me if I didn't buy something, because it is a business, but I think it's also a business where they don't write their prices on the website, so it's impossible to know how much something is unless you go to the store to ask. I think some of these people are a little bit sensitive and need to kind of relax and calm down. The next one is from the Cartier boutique in Singapore at the Orchard, I beg your pardon. So this is a couple, they're going there to look at engagement rings. It was our first time looking at diamonds, so we wanted an introduction / explanation on what were the different diamond gradings meant and how they looked. Instead, we were told we should have looked it up online. We did get a brief explanation on color gradings. We were told that they range from D to Z, but as my partner isn't a native English speaker, she tried to clarify if there are only 2 gradings, D and Z. The staff member explained again, and she kind of laughed, as if making fun of my partner for asking a dumb question. We also wanted to take a look at some different cuts, but we were told they didn't have them, despite us seeing them on display in another display case. Very rude and terrible experience. Went to Tiffany and got incredible service and an in-depth explanation on how diamonds are formed and graded by a passionate essay. I'm in my 20s, so and I wasn't wearing luxury, so perhaps that's the reason for the disrespectful treatment. Yes, I'm young and I wasn't raised wealthy, but I do have spending power due to my decent income, and was looking for a ring within the budget of 30 to 50,000 Singaporean dollars. Of course, it's nothing compared to Cartier's regulars, but I could definitely afford some of the rings in there. Distasteful experience. Okay, so a few things here, which I think it's like really important for us to kind of talk about. The first thing is, I'm sorry, but they're wrong. Okay, now I was with the customers who were being dragged at Harry Winston, but I must say, you deserve to be dragged here. Number one, if you don't know about diamond gradings, you and your partner don't know, you need to go read about it online before you go to the boutique. And it's online. You can just find these, you can even go on Pinterest and find like infographics explaining cut, clarity and color and all the gradings and explaining what VVS is and so on and so forth. So why go to Cartier to get a lesson on diamonds and everything you need to know about diamonds? I'm sorry, but you as a customer, you're going to be spending your money. That is your job to know. Of course, you're not going to be an expert, but I do think that that is something that they could have Googled, because what that says to the SA is you're not here to buy something. You're just here to ask 5,000 questions about natural diamonds, and then you might just go to like a jeweler, a sort of standard jeweler, and go get your ring made there, in which case the SA is just wasting time and you are losing the SA money. You're becoming unprofitable for them because you're asking all these questions about diamonds that you could easily have just Googled online, and it's very easily explained. So I must say, while I think it's harsh for the SA to be like, hey, just go online and read about it online, I couldn't give, a toss how you feel, that's probably a bit harsh. And yes, the SA should not, be rolling her eyes at his partner and because of English, and that is wrong. Absolutely, that's wrong. But why are you guys coming in to ask questions about diamonds and you're not making it clear that you are ready to buy a diamond ring? You're there asking questions, and then you go to Tiffany's to get an education. Did you buy anything at Tiffany's, or did you just go there as well to get an education and then leave, and then when you're ready, you'll come and buy something there? I have to say, this is giving, I'm a time wasting customer. I'm here to waste people's time. Yeah, you're here to waste people's time. And the SA at Cartier clocked you. What I learned from my Cartier shopping experience in Paris at the Cartier Champs-Élysées store is that the SAs at Cartier need, if they don't know you and it's a touristy location and they don't know you, before the Pegasus unicorns come saying, my Cartier SA knows everything about me, because you know how they are, they're always galloping to my comments to try and nitpick things I say. But if the SA doesn't know you, then you need to make it clear that you're buying something today so that that person knows that they're going to make a sale, and I think they'll be more inclined to show you other things. But I do think if you're going there to look around, the SA is not making any money from you. You are an unprofitable customer for that SA, and that is the reality. This is business. It is not a charity. It's not a birthday party, okay, with cupcakes and unicorns and so on and so forth. It is a business, and I think that's something which I think a lot of people who go to these stores don't understand that. Now, yes, of course, you should be able to browse with engagement rings and things like that, but I think going in there and being like, can you explain the diamond grading to us? Can you explain this about diamonds? Well, no, I can't. That's not my job. My job is to sell the jewelry. Yes, of course, the SA has knowledge on it, but the SA is not expecting you to this essay is not expecting you to come and ask them questions about grading, diamond grading. They're expecting you to show interest in a diamond product that you want to purchase today, tomorrow, and next week. The next one and the final one is the Cartier boutique at the Wynn Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas in America. Pick another Cartier boutique. I have purchased many items from Cartier. This boutique is the worst, and that's saying a lot, because every person who works here for this company is terrible. Okay, ouch. I called a few days ago and spoke to someone who told me I could come in and get a box to replace the ring box I lost in a move. I spent an hour driving there, paid my valet, paid to valet my car, walked in, and she was gone. Two SAs asked what I needed, while two men just looked me up and down like I was there to cause problems. I began to explain the situation. I was in a great mood, and they told me, we don't give out boxes, I'm sorry, without letting me finish or asking any further. Had they done so, they would have realized I got the ring at their boutique and could have easily looked it up. I'll never buy anything from this boutique again. I advise anyone to reconsider. For all the money I've spent on Cartier, I deserve better treatment. If you don't like your job, find another one. Okay, so this is a tough one because he is a customer of the house, so this isn't just someone like milling around looking, being annoying and not buying anything. And also he bought the ring at that particular store. However, I think that this is one of those things where it's like, you need to speak to the person who promised you the box. As a general rule, I wouldn't go into a store that I didn't have the SA or the person who sold me the ring. If that person wasn't there, I would just say, oh, I'll come back another day, because you know that luxury brands can be weird about this packaging stuff. They get a lot of people who probably come in asking for packaging and want to buy packaging, but are not going to actually buy product. I can imagine that must be very annoying. And of course, they're not going to sell packaging to people who aren't buying things. Now, this person is a customer, but because they didn't look him up, they probably just thought he was just there to like be annoying and ask for packaging and not buy anything, even though he had purchased the ring at his store. So this seems like one of those miscommunications and misunderstandings. I don't want to say that the SA did it on purpose to like try and try and like not give the box to the customer, but you lost the box during a move. Realistically, they're not going to give you a replacement box, first of all, without you paying. You're definitely going to pay for it. And also, it just feels like, why would they give you a replacement box and you haven't bought anything? I probably, just as a sign of good faith, I'd buy like a perfume, because Cartier have perfumes, they have cufflinks, you know, they have stationery. As a sign of good faith, I would like buy something small and then be like, oh, by the way, I spoke to Kagem, who was my SA, and Kagem said I can get a replacement box for my love ring. That way you've at least bought something, so you can kind of just open up the conversation a little bit. But I think arriving there and they haven't looked you up in the system, your SA isn't there, other SAs who don't know you, don't know if you bought anything, and be like, can you give me a replacement box? They're gonna be like, no, because they're like, you haven't bought anything, even though this person has a history there. So I think this is one of those things where you just go and buy something small. Like I said, Cartier have a lot of small bits and bobs, a perfume, cufflinks, they have notebooks, they have like, you know, they have these really cute baby items I was looking at a few months ago. Buy something small that's like a few $100s or a few £100, and then be like, oh, by the way, you know, this box or whatever. I understand being upset about it, but I personally wouldn't go to Cartier and ask for a replacement box if I wasn't buying anything. Me personally, I wouldn't, because I know how the girls are about these things. After doing all these dragging videos, I've learned a lot about these brands, and I think that they get really annoyed when people come to ask for packaging and are not buying anything. Even if you're a good customer, I think it does irritate them, and it does annoy them for sure. And at the end of the day, the box is packaging, so I think it just really makes them annoyed. Okay, so what did you guys think about today's dragging stories? Let me know what you think. Let me know when you want to see the next episode of this. I have so many things to film. There's a Louis Vuitton new arrivals video coming. There's an Hermes new arrivals video coming. I've already filmed my Chanel 25S video as well. I have another video I'm working on about like a hot topic. There are a lot of videos that are coming. Right now I think I can do 1 to 2 videos a week. It just depends on my schedule, like how busy I am right now. But I think I can do 1 to 2 videos a week. So again, just the best thing to do is to just subscribe and to hit notifications. That way you don't miss out. Because I got a message from one of the Glamazons who was like, when's your next video? I was like, if you hit notifications, you will not miss the video, because YouTube will send the notifications. But if you're subscribed, and I know some of you don't like notifications, but honestly, notifications are the best way to stay in the loop of everything that I post. Okay, so stick around. We have lots of videos coming in the upcoming weeks. Stuff. It's Lent right now, so I'm trying to be on my best behavior, honey. I'm trying to keep it cute. During Lent, honey, I'm trying to do the good church girl thing. I'm trying to be a good church girl right now. So I'm trying to keep it as cute as possible, but it's hard. Okay, make sure that you stick around. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys very soon in my next video.